What's up, party people, and welcome back to my channel. So today is a lot. Today is a massive try-on haul, and it's so massive that I probably won't even be able to put all this on my face, but for what we don't actually put on, I'll just swatch and we'll review. There's a lot, so let's just go ahead and get started. I do have some brows on already. I just got done doing a video, so I just removed everything but my brows, but I'm actually kind of digging this color. I'm actually kind of digging this like product that I'm using. This is the CoverGirl Ultra Fine Brow Pencil in the shade 715 Honey Brown, which I never go for brown shades. I always go for taupe shades, but it does match my brows pretty well, and it's, I don't know, it's just a good like natural brow kind of pencil, which I've been digging a lot because I feel like sometimes I go overboard and I apply way too much and it just looks way too blocky and too square. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes with the Bad Habit eyeshadow primer. This is a pretty new primer from Shop Hush, but I typically like a primer that conceals a little bit. This one doesn't, but I do feel like it really does kind of grip onto the eyeshadows, and I feel like they are just a little bit more pigmented, especially if I don't go in straight with like a skin tone colored eyeshadow to set it. So yeah, I have like 15 eyeshadow products. We are definitely not going to be able to put all these on. There are certain ones I want to talk about more than others, so we're going to do that, but I still want to at least review some other stuff that I've had for a while. So I probably will be pulling into the Huda new nude palette. I've really been enjoying this one. I haven't tried the glitters in here, like the pressed glitters. I'm really not a glitter person, but like these shimmers in here, they're foiled and they're a really unique formula. They do work better with your finger when you're applying them on the eyelid, but the matte shades blend out so nicely. They pair very, very well together. And I think they're going to pair really well with what I'm going to use today. So I'm going to be using these new AOA Studio Velour eyeshadows. These are $1 on the Shop Missy website. They did just send me a PR box like a month ago, and I've been sitting on these for a while. I've been really excited to show these to you guys. And with those, they also have the Velour Highlighters. I'm pretty sure this is the exact same formula, so whether you use them as a highlighter or an eyeshadow, it doesn't really matter. It's the exact same thing. But yeah, these are basically cream eyeshadows, and it's a really unique consistency. They're a little bit more of like a putty. This one right here is called 249 Vogue, but these are so extremely pigmented. I mean, like unbelievably pigmented. They're super shiny. They're very metallic. And then I have this one in the shade 248 Lucky Star. So this one's like a taupey lavender pink. Like, this is right up my alley. It's my favorite kind of shade right now. I've never felt a $1 eyeshadow that feels this high quality and goes this far. Like, that is just incredible to me. Then next up I have the shade 247 Secret. So this isn't necessarily like a shimmery metallic finish. This is more of like a satin cream finish. So this is a really pretty, kind of like a pumpkin-y terracotta orangey brown. I guess it would be considered matte, but I don't know, it's kind of like a satin too. Super, super pretty shade. And then as far as the highlighters go, as I said, pretty much the exact same formula. I have the shade Private Show. So this one is kind of like a bronzy, like a deeper champagne tone. Oh my god. And then I have the shade Sometimes, and this is more of like a whitish, like an ivory kind of champagne. So let's swatch on the other side. Haven't done a right hand swatch before, so let's see how this goes. Oh, not very well. This one also isn't too super shimmery or metallic or anything, so I guess this would be more of like a highlighter kind of shade, or you know, if you just like a satin finish on the eyes, you don't want anything too dramatic, so it'd work well for that. And then the last shade I have is in the shade Stronger. I think they meant stronger, but it says Stronger. Okay, so this is like just like a basic gold shade. I actually haven't tried those on my face yet, so we may try to do that today. So yeah, as far as the pigmentation goes, they're pretty hard to beat. I've never seen anything for this price, I mean for any price really, that is that unique in texture and pigment, but these crease and fade on me so extremely bad, and they actually feel a little bit sticky too. And I've tried numerous primers with them. I've even tried glitter primers, like glitter glue primers. I really want to find a way to make them work, so maybe I'll just keep trying different primers and stuff, or I'll try to find some kind of technique. If you guys have tried these and you have the same issue, how have you combated it? If you have, I do recommend using your finger with them with a brush. They just don't apply very well, so yeah. And then I also have the Perfusion Mixed Metals 10 Color Eye and Face Palette. I'm pretty sure this is a holiday set. They did send this to me. The only thing I don't like about Perfusion is that they discontinue their palettes way too fast. Like, they don't keep anything, which really sucks because you find something that you like, and especially if you do reviews and videos like me, it's like there's no reason to talk about it after it's discontinued because people can get their hands on it. So I really wish they would just like make things permanent, like bring stuff out around the holidays, but you know, change the packaging or something and keep it all year round, like keep it permanent. But I haven't tried this one yet. This is more of like a pinky, warm, like peachy toned palette. You do have a really pretty highlighter in here, and then this blush. I would never use this blush. It is not my color at all. Let's first try the Perfusion palette since I haven't tried that yet. I'm gonna go into this shade right here called Personal, which is like a light pinky peach. Okay, so that's actually a really pretty transition shade. It's not overly pigmented. It just looks really soft, and it's just a really pretty like peachy pink. So now let's go into, ooh, I don't know if I want to go into that. Let's go into the Huda palette and just go like one step up. Let's go into Secret down here. This is kind of like a peachy mauve in a way. It's a very unique tone. These are pretty powdery. Like there is a lot of debris in these. That's the only complaint I have about them. I really like the formula of these Huda shadows though. Like they blend out really nicely. They're super soft, but I don't know, like I have no blending issues whatsoever. So that's really pretty as well. I'm gonna be doing like the purpley shades from the Velour eyeshadow, so I'm trying to do more purples. Let's go into, I just want to try to use as much as possible. I'm just throwing these on really fast. I'm gonna go into Teddy down here, which is just slightly more warm and peachy than Secret, which is what we just used. If you're wondering what brush I'm using the Morphe M576. This is one of my favorite crease brushes at the moment. Really digging it. Okay, so yeah. Still looking good. Let's go back into the Perfusion palette real quick. Let's just do this shade right here called Crimson. It's a really, really pretty, like deeper pinky mauve shade. So I'm gonna go into this Kokie 602 brush. I've actually really been enjoying this. They did send me several of their brushes and I actually really enjoy the quality of them. They blend out really nicely. They're super soft. I haven't had any issues with shedding or anything yet. So far so good with those. I actually forgot that I had those. So we'll try to use those a little bit too. So I'm just gonna put this in the outer V, and where this brush is flat, it's fluffy and flat. So you can kind of pack it on and then blend out the edges. But I kind of want to use the shade Vogue, which is that more purpley, like a fuchsia, kind of like a raspberry shade. It's got a little bit more purple to it though. I'm just gonna pack, okay, I just took my makeup off and it's just like smudged everywhere. So you have to excuse me, but I'm just gonna pack this all over. So then I'm gonna go into that other shade, Vogue, which is that really pretty like taupey lavender shade. I'm just gonna put this from the inner corner to the center to meet that grapey shade. Oh, it's so good. So moving on to some eyeliner. So when was it? I guess it was like 2 or 3 months ago. I did a video that was with a brand called SISTAR Beauty. They sent me a bunch of stuff and I didn't like the majority of their stuff, especially their eye products. I like their lip products and their face products, but their eyes I just was not impressed with at all, especially their eyeliners. Their eyeliners were so dry, they were so crackly, and I couldn't even swatch it without it breaking off. Like it was the worst eyeliner I've ever tried. This is the worst eyeliner I think I've ever tried. Every time I've opened this, it's cracked off. Like, it's like as soon as it touches the air, it just automatically dries up and just crumbles away. Long lasting, waterproof, super soft. They actually reached out to me after that video and they said that the eyeliners are actually their best sellers, and that was really weird. Maybe it was a batch issue. So they actually sent me a big box of stuff. They sent me their eyeliners, like every single one. They sent me lip liners, which I hadn't tried before. Again, this is the SISTAR Beauty Ultimate Define Gel Eyeliner, but this is in the shade Deep Brown. So super creamy, a beautiful like deep chocolatey, almost like a blackish brown. Really, really like that one. I haven't worn these on like the waterline though, so I can't say that they're super long wearing there, but on the top I have no issues. Then I have the shade Ultra Black. Very, very rich, very super creamy. It just glides on, so it definitely must have been a batch issue. I'm just gonna use Ultra Black on my top lash line. This is just the matte black one, but oh, it's already starting to crease and fade off. Like around my lash line right here on the eyeshadow. That makes me so mad. All right, so I'm back with mascara on, and I just used the Urban Decay Perversion mascara. Not the biggest fan of it. I just got a little trial size of it, so I'm just trying to use whatever I have. So moving on to foundation, I have the new Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. I have the shade F6. Haven't really heard a whole lot of people talk about this, so I assumed it's because it wasn't very good. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. Now, the first time I used it, it wasn't that bad. Like I got it to work. If you do decide to pick this up, I definitely recommend hydration. I don't really have any issues with blendability or anything. It does blend out pretty well. It doesn't dry too fast or anything, but I just don't like the way this wears on me. It does crease really bad. It does look very thick and very makeup-y on me, but there's what it looks like on the first layer. It's a pretty fast blend. Didn't take me no time at all. It's a little bit too pale for me. It does look okay once I have bronzer and stuff on. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it at first, but like it's already emphasizing my little, I have like one fine line up here on my forehead. It's already kind of starting to settle into that. But I definitely don't like how it wears. I don't even think I'm gonna apply concealer or anything. Don't really care. Don't really have a new one to show you. So let's just skip past it. Who cares? So I do want to try the Velour Highlighters on the face. And since I don't have powder on it now, it's the time to do it. So I'm going to take a stippling brush. The shade Stronger. Stronger is definitely not going to be for my skin tone. I would say Sometimes, which is that ivory shade, would probably be the best bet for me. So this is actually really pretty. Like, this is a very natural highlight. Like, this is what I've been into lately. I've really been trying to get away from a super like blingy blinding highlight, even though sometimes I do go overboard by accident. But that's actually really pretty. It's not shimmery or frosty or anything. It's just a straight up sheen. It's like very dewy, but it still looks natural at the same time. So yeah, I'm liking those. Hopefully they wear well. So I do want to set like my under eye area and stuff, and just set certain areas of my face just so I don't look so shiny and so I don't have a problem with blending the powder products. So this is the A2O Labs Lotus palette. This is also from Shop Miss A. So the A2O Labs line from them is a little bit more high price stuff on there. When I say high price, I mean like this is $6. Like, they're just not all $1 items. They have some $2 stuff, $3 stuff, like $10 stuff. Like, it's all under $15 though, so super affordable. But it's just your typical like highlighting and contouring palette. You have 3 different ivory slash skin tone slash banana shades, and then you have 3 different contouring bronzing shades. Yeah, they're all matte. So we're gonna use, let's use a mixture of this one over here and then the banana shade under my eyes. So these aren't super smoothing or anything on the skin. They don't look like milky and smooth. It's not the best. Like, I wouldn't personally go out and buy this myself. So let's go into some bronzer. So I'm gonna go back into that Lotus palette. I'm gonna take one of these shades right here. They look so similar. This one is a pretty good contouring shade. I haven't tried it, but I think this would be pretty good for a very fair complexion for contouring. The other two, they are pretty cool tones, so you could use these for contouring as well, but I'm just going to use them to bronze up. I'm just going to start by tapping this in. Like, this is what I've been doing lately when I don't apply setting powder. I'll just kind of tap in my cheek products and kind of let those set the foundation for me. And it does work pretty well most of the time. Some foundations don't work very well by doing that, but we're going to do it today. Not my favorite. Wouldn't buy it myself, but let's see what I have now. I don't actually have... Do I not have any blush products? Are you serious? I don't really want to use the one that's in this one, but I might just to use something. Let's see if I can find something else though. What the heck? Let's just try it. It may not look too bad on. This is such a cheap looking color. Like, if that weren't in here, this would be a really pretty palette, like a very like aesthetically pleasing palette. So let's just tap this on. Huh? It's actually kind of pretty. Like, it's not gaudy like what it looks like in here. It doesn't show up that intense on the skin. Maybe okay, that's what it looks like when you pick it up. Like, that's a little scary. Wow, I surprisingly like that a lot. That is extremely nice. And then I have the AOA Studio Perfect Pressed Highlighters, again from Shop Miss A. I think these are $1 as well, which is crazy. Like, this is the size of a normal highlighter, but again, these aren't super in your face, intense, metallic, shimmery. This is more of like a satin sheen, like a more natural highlighter. Yeah, it doesn't look like a whole lot when you swatch it, even on the hand. Not super impressive, just a slight sheen, but it does translate pretty well into the skin. Like, it just looks very natural. So as you can see, it's pretty intense. Like, obviously we do have that cream highlighter underneath, so it does act as like a sticky base for the powder to stick to. So it's not super emphasizing of texture or anything. It's a very smooth formula, very high quality. Like, I thoroughly enjoy that. So I do have some more highlighters. I have these AOA Studio Powlighters. So these are just a loose powder highlighter. So I have the shade Nebula, which is more of like a warm champagne kind of color, so definitely more up my alley. Then I have the shade Astro, and I actually haven't used this one yet. It looks like more like a peachy ivory champagne in a way. I guess we'll use Nebula because it's a pretty universal kind of shade. So this is a pretty thin texture, which is nice because that means it probably won't emphasize the texture on your face very much. Sometimes it will. I mean, that don't always mean anything, but it's right over here. There's so much on my hand right now. This is pretty sparkly though, but on the skin, this is beautiful. Like, this is such a pretty highlighter. I'm just gonna put this on this side right on top. Woo! It doesn't look sparkly on the skin. Like, it's very glowy and very dewy, but it's not super textured. Like, it's not super frosty or anything, which is kind of weird. So yeah, I'm really digging these. Let's swatch the other shade, because I really, really like this shade. This is the shade Astro. So yeah, this one has more of like a pinky undertone to it, but it's a little bit more warm, so it's not too icy. Definitely better for a super fair complexion. But yeah, highlighters so far, extremely impressed. But I forgot this product right here, so I am going to use this. This is the SISTAR Beauty Eye Contour Precision Liquid Liner in the shade Black. So just your typical felt tip liner. This is pretty intense. It's pretty black. It glides on. It's easy to use. I do want to get up close and go ahead and show you guys the eyeshadow because I've only been doing this video for like 40 minutes and it's already starting to crease. Like I thought it lasted a little bit longer than that. Like I thought maybe it started doing it after a few hours, but nope. I'm sure you can tell that we've got a lot of creasing going on, like right here on the lower part of the eyelid, because when I open up, it's touching, like the hoodedness is falling on top of my eyelid and it's just creasing it because the shadow doesn't set. So it's hard for me to recommend them because of that, but for $1, like they may work for you. Like if you have drier eyelids, it may work better. My eyelids are just a little bit oily right now, so I don't know, but it's still so pretty. So I have tons of lip products. Like I literally have like 5 or 6 different types. So I do have some lip liners from Kokie, and Kokie is exclusive to Walmart, and then they also have their website as well. And I actually have a coupon code with Kokie. I never talk about it. I just kind of list it in the description box of my videos, but I have a 25% off coupon code with them. So it's always listed down there in the description box. I have a little section of coupon codes and stuff like that. So yeah, if you do decide to order from their website, definitely use that. I do get commission from it, so just you're made aware of it. But these are the Velvet Smooth lip liners at the shade Mauve Nude and Roseberry. These are very, very good. These remind me a lot of the ColourPop lip liners, which are my favorite. So it's just the kind that you sharpen. It's not retractable. But here is Mauve Nude, and this is a very, very pretty color. This is like the perfect kind of nude shade if you like a little bit darker of a lip liner, like for like a lighter nude. But so creamy, very long lasting, just such a nice formula. I'm not really sure how much those are, but definitely recommend them. And then here's the shade Roseberry, which is just like a pinky red. Like it's not like a classic red, it's more of like a brighter red. Yeah, really, really like this formula. I won't be using this today because I have something else I want to use, but highly recommend them. And they also sent me these lip veneer cream glosses, and I remember Tati talking about these a while back and she raves about them. So I got a bunch of nude shades that all look the same. So let's just go ahead and swatch some of these. So this is the shade Invincible. So this is a really pretty, kind of like a pink nude. Now, this is a really comfortable formula. It's not super, super intense though. Like you definitely could wear these. Like you could just put on a lip liner and put these on instead of lipstick, but they're not super long wearing on me. Then I have the shade Pillow Talk, and this is just a little bit deeper. It's kind of like a deeper, warm, kind of mauve-y nude. There's that one. And then I have the shade Unspoken, which is a really pretty, kind of deeper, mauve-y nude, so really pretty for the fall especially. Just kind of gives you some more color if you just want to wear it by itself. And then the last shade I have is Heart's Delight, which is a little bit more kind of bubblegummy pink. I mean, it's just a little bit brighter. I don't really like this kind of shade, but there is, well, can we focus? Yeah, there's that one. And then I have some more lip products from AOA Studio. So these are the new Lip Pop lip glosses. So I have this shade in the shade City Girl. So these are just, they come in a tube, but they have a wand applicator like that. And then I have a clear one, so it's just a clear gloss. And then I have the shade Starlit, which is a little bit more purpley and grapey. So let me wipe these off real quick, and we will swatch those too. There's City Girl. Very, very pretty shade. Again, kind of like a deeper mauve. Now, these don't wear the best. These are not super long wearing, and like if you put these on top of a lipstick, it'll make the lipstick fade faster. So I mean, for $1, you can't really complain. Like if you have a little girl or something that you just want to give her some play makeup and just like you don't want anything to be too intense because you know she's younger, this could be a good option. But there's that other shade. This is in the shade Starlit. I'm not gonna swatch the clear one. Not the best formula. Not the worst either. They just don't hold up very well. And then SISTAR also sent me these lip paints. So I haven't really used all of these. I haven't used these that much, but I do have the shade Into the Woods. It's a squeeze tube, but it has like the little spongy applicator. I feel like that's kind of outdated. I'm not really a big fan of that, but they don't seem to be super pigmented, and the sponge applicator really absorbs a lot of the product, so you have to just keep layering and layering. And then I have the shade Sunset Cruise. So this is like a corally red. So there's that one. Very pretty. Will be really pretty for the spring. Haven't used it yet though, but again, a little bit more sheer. And then I have the shade Red Wine, which is like a deeper maroon red. So there's that one. I mean, you can tell in the swatches, like they're not full on pigment. And then I have Metal Pink Pearl, which looks like kind of like a rose gold, like a bronze kind of shade in a way. I mean, that's kind of a cool shade though. Like, I actually kind of like that. So moving on to the products that I'm most excited about and that I am going to use. These are from Dallara Cosmetics, and these are in collaboration with my girl V&A Strick. She sent me over her PR box, which I think is so sweet. So she has 2 different liquid lipsticks and 2 different lip liners, and they are the same name, so they do pair up, which is nice. So she's got them in the shade Squad and 24. So she calls her people Squad, and she's 24 years old. So here's the shade 24, and this is like a reddish orange pumpkin-y terracotta shade. Like, this is beautiful for the fall. Now, I do want to point out, just a disclaimer, I'm not a big liquid lipstick person. I actually never wear liquid lipsticks. I'm just being honest. I actually haven't tried these yet, so I do want to put these on and kind of sit for a few minutes and see how they dry down, see how comfortable they are, because my lips are so dehydrated and they're just so dry that everything just like, I have to have a glossy feel. So here's the lip liner and the liquid lipstick in the shade 24. So as you can see, they do match perfectly. And then going into Squad. Now this is the one I feel like I'll be the most drawn to because, I mean, it's different. Here's what they look like side by side. So here is 24 and then here's Squad. So they're in the same color family, but Squad is more like, it's almost like a deeper brown mauve. And the wand applicator on these is a little bit different. It's not just a doe foot applicator. It's got like a little dip into it. Like, it's got like a hump. And when I was applying it earlier, I just applied it just to see what it would look like with another eye look. It just really hugs the lips really nicely, and I really like it. It's fluffier, so it applies a good amount. I really enjoy the applicator. I know it's minor, but anyway. So yeah, here is the Squad lip liner and liquid lipstick. I do want to see how these dry down as well. This one, like I said, is a little bit lighter, but it does dry down to be pretty dark, as you can see. So here's what they look like side by side. They are pretty similar. Again, same color family, but yeah, I'm so proud of her. And then she also has these false lashes, which are so pretty, and I do want to use them today, but I'm just not feeling this look, and it's like 6 o'clock now, so I'm probably gonna hold off to another day. But I can tell just the way these look, and again, I'm not a false lash connoisseur. I don't wear them a whole lot, so I don't know. But these are super fluffy. Like, they look mink. I don't know if they actually are, but they're just so pretty and full. They have a nice like thicker band on them, so I feel like it will hold in place very well. And like, these are so wispy and so beautiful. I'm actually excited to try those. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on Squad. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the lip liner. Ooh, that shade is like right up my alley. That is so smooth, it's so creamy, it just glides on. This color is like so pretty for any kind of nude shade, any kind of mauve shade. So like, you could get this and not just apply it with the liquid lipstick that matches it. So now let's go into the Squad liquid lipstick. God, the applicator is so nice. It's so soft. It just applies such a good amount. But I just figured out what these colors remind me of. These remind me of like the 90s, like that typical like Friends, you know, Rachel, Monica, Phoebe kind of cinnamon lipstick. It's just so nostalgic. And even though it's a brown, it doesn't make my teeth look yellow, which is very surprising because a lot of browns tend to do that, or anything with an orange undertone. But this is really, really pretty. Doesn't pair very well with the eyes, but really, really nice color. Yeah, I do want to sit here for a few minutes and just see how this dries down and see how comfortable it is, because I'm a very unique creature when it comes to my lips. Like I said, I have to have some kind of gloss. Like, I wear gloss every single day. It doesn't matter how glossy or how creamy the lipstick I wear is, I have to have that glossy feel. But while this is sitting here, I am going to go into the setting spray. This is the SISTAR Beauty It's You setting spray, and this is nice. It's not my favorite, it's not miraculous, but it's just a good like typical setting spray. And all of SISTAR Beauty's products are pretty affordable. Like, they're all, for the most part, except that cushion foundation, under like $10. So here's what the mister looks like. It is pretty powerful, but let's just go ahead and spray this. So yeah, very heavily fragranced. I didn't really notice that when I was testing it on my own. Yeah, I'm gonna sit here for a few minutes. I'm gonna turn the camera off and just let the setting spray dry, let the liquid lipstick dry, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've been sitting here for a few minutes to let everything dry, and the setting spray definitely does make your skin more glowy and hydrated, especially if you apply a lot. Now, when I don't apply as much as I did today, it just looks normal. I mean, it does still kind of refine everything to where it looks really smooth and stuff, but like, I sprayed a ton today and it looks extremely, like, just super glowy. It made the highlight pop out like nobody's business. So even though the fragrance is crazy, it's a lot, I still recommend this. Like, this is a pretty good product. But as far as the lipstick goes, it is a little drying on me. I am starting to feel a little crackly and a little kind of cakey in the inner rim, like in the little, the little cat butthole thing. That's not a rare thing for me. I mean, most liquid lipsticks will do that. I mean, it's still a very like smooth, it's a very even application and very even coverage, but On its own, I wouldn't be able to wear it. Like, I can't stand the feeling of not having a gloss on. So what I want to do is kind of pop on this lip paint from SISTAR Beauty. This is the one that was like a kind of like a rosy gold bronze. This is the shade Metal Pink Pearl. This is like super sparkle. Very chunky, absolutely not. Let's go in with the AOA Studio Lip Pop in the shade City Girl and try to redeem this. Oh yeah, there we go, looks a lot better. So really the only thing I tried today that I wasn't gung-ho about was the foundation. The foundation doesn't look horrible though. It's not the worst foundation ever. It's just not up to par with the other things I like in my collection. And then the cream eyeshadows, like the Velour eyeshadows from AOA Studio. I love these. I'm still trying to figure out how to make them work, but this is just, it's ridiculous to have this much creasing this soon into wearing it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was really fun. I'm glad I got to talk about all this stuff so I can actually put it away, because whenever I get stuff, whether it be from PR or me buying it myself, I always set it all over my vanity, and it's been pretty cluttered lately because I haven't filmed in 2 months. So glad to have this over. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy these types of videos. If you do, give it a big thumbs up and I'll do more of these. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys in my next one. Mwah.